Hey there, I wanted to do a follow-up dread installation video. I've had a ton of questions about putting synthetic dreads into short hair, so I wanted to show you how easy it is, and also show you a few of the new tricks, new and improved methods that I've been using for installing synthetic dreads. My hair is really short right now, so it's kind of the perfect time to show you guys how to do this. One thing to keep in mind, your hair should be, 3 inches long. It's about as short as you can do it with. If you manage to do it with hair that's shorter than 3 inches, kudos, because that takes some skill. The one main change that I've made to installing dreads, and I've mentioned it in comments to people, but I was using thread to install them before, and now I use yarn. It's still about 2 full arm lengths of yarn. For short hair like mine, you don't need that much, but it's better to have more than less, obviously. So you still just tie the yarn into a knot in the middle of the dread, in the center of the dread. Actually, I kind of stagger it, so one side is longer, and then you don't have this chopped bob look. If the chopped bob look is your thing, go for it. It's not my thing. So when you're sectioning out your hair, again with short hair, it's pretty much the same as when it's long. If your hair is kind of soft and fine like mine, and that's going to be the rule of thumb. Literally, it's like about the size of my thumb. You see this? Okay, cool. You got it. You guys are smart. Also, what I have found really helpful are these Ibis face clips. I don't know what they're called, but you can get them at a beauty store, and they really help keep all the flyaways out of your face when you're installing the dreads. So that wasn't very clean, but that's okay. Split the hair. Oh, here, let me move this so you can see a little better maybe. Split the hair in half, the little bundle that you've created here. And again, right, this is about 3 inches long. That's about as short as you'll want it. Isn't this a nice look? Little twig sticking out. I love it. Place the dread in the center of those 2 hairs, and you're going to grab your yarn with each piece of hair. Make sense? Okay, cool. And then the piece of dread that you're actually going to be braiding over, just flip it on top, tuck it out of your way for a second. You'll take your hair and the yarn, and you're just going to do a simple tie. This is to anchor it close to your head, and oh, see, it's slipping out. This is what happens with short hair. Bear with me, folks. The reason that I do just a simple tie here is to keep it cinched against your head nice and close. I guess it's not necessary. For short hair, it really helps actually keep it in. It can be, they might slip out pretty quickly if you don't. Okay, I'm having some troubles here. Maybe I should re-record. If I don't get it this time, I will. But maybe I'll answer another question while I'm figuring this part out for you guys. Another question I get a lot is, does this damage your hair? Will my hair fall out when I take the dreads out? So I have a question for you. Do you have any hairs fall out when, over the course of 4 to 8 weeks? Of course the answer is yes, right? Okay, so I got the tie. I'm not going to re-record. You guys are in luck. You're going to lose hair regardless of what, sorry, battery there. You're going to lose hair regardless of what you do with your hair. This is the best way I found to braid it in to keep it safe. So that's kind of one of the keys with using the yarn here and with the method of braid-in that I do. Okay, so you see I've made my tie at the top. I've got my yarn on either side, and I flipped the dread back down. Now I'm going to cross one side over, pew, cross the other side over, pew. I've got lots of little hairs getting in the way now, but you'll be able to get the basic idea. Then I crisscross them in the back, crisscross them in the front, crisscross them in the back, crisscross them in the front. It's kind of this little song and dance you can do. I don't know. When you've got a little bit of hairs left over, I pinch, and then I pull the yarn loose. Switch fingers and pinch, pull the yarn loose. You're gonna wrap the yarn down first. So wrap the yarn down over the ends of your hair. Then, here's the new secret as well. Take your yarn and wrap it back up over what you just did. So you wrap it up, wrap, 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 all the way up to the top of the dread. See if I can get it up close for you to see. And there you have it. Maybe not the cleanest job I've done, but enough for you to get the drift, right? Then you would tie it off, and you'd have your first dread installed. These are super easy to take out as well because the yarn won't get caught and tangled in your hair like thread would, or a rubber band would if you've done rubber band installs. All you do is simply cut the little knot that you made with the yarn, then unravel. And like I said, when you take it out, you know, your hair shouldn't have very much tangles in it because it's been braided and covered by the yarn, so it's been protected. What you'll want to do, go ahead, this is key, separate it with a comb or your fingers first, because it will be kind of just like clumped together, not super tangled, but it will be clumped together a bit, just because, you know, you've been washing, you've been taking care of it, but you haven't been brushing it out. Separate it with your fingers first, then soak it with conditioner. Comb out with the conditioner before you shampoo. If you shampoo first, before you've untangled or conditioned, you're going to get some massive knots, and that is no fun to deal with. So I hope that helps, and if you guys have any more questions, certainly let me know, but it's definitely feasible to put the dreads into short hair, and it's really fun when people see you a day later, and they're like, oh my gosh, your hair is 14 inches long, and it was just 3 inches. How did this happen? I hope you guys have an awesome night, and it's nice to see you again. Bye-bye.